everyone, and my name is CoCo Wade. We have just watched, the audience and I, Audacity of Host, episode 1, and we're going to talk about it. So today, audience, I want you guys to give a round of applause and a warm welcome to this wonderful interview candidate, Mike Trajean.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, Mike.
My
So
pleasure.
immediately I want to jump right into your reaction. So tell me, you've watched episode 1 of Audacity of Host. Now, what are your thoughts? Help me understand what you're feeling at this time.
Well, in the beginning I was a bit overzealous watching the whole, story. Like I felt like Romeo and Juliet was very real, but I mean the storyline was real. I mean, touchy to me. But I'm kind of curious to see, will there be another episode? Because were they together? Or did they be into? I don't know. That's kind of the next line. I feel like there should be another, episode.
Sure thing. I love that you pointed that out because, this story in and of itself and the legacy behind the St. Louis family, but also the story that Motown Maurice and Maurice share and the similarities in episode 1 really depicted a strong sense of value. It also depicted humility amongst individuals and the unity for your friendships, and family. So when you say there is more that you want, right? I can tell you that there is more brewing because there is going to be like episode 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up to 6.
Right.
But it makes you in character want to see what's next.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like when I was watching it, I feel like this story cannot end. You know what I'm saying? I was really having fun watching those two, and I want the story to end well. So I'm kind of, curious about what's going to happen next.
I can't say enough about that, but I got to jump into the impact, the influence, and the impressions of the relationship with the St. Louis family. What are your impressions of that as well?
Well, I feel like, from what I gathered, there was a lot of moral characters among the family, especially the father. As a Haitian father myself, yes. I feel like it's okay to be tough with your kid, but you have to have them as being your best friend. That's how they talk to you more, and you can get engaged in a lot of relationship and conversation, and they will be willing to tell you more instead of being hard on them. So I learned that from that series.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you mentioned that because for me, a takeaway in that, episode 1 really reflected the firm sort of demeanor that Maurice's father had. Can we talk about your approach and perspective to fatherhood as a Haitian?
I feel like when I was growing up, in Haiti, I didn't grow up with my dad. I grew up with my mom, so I didn't have that side. But as I'm going through life experience myself, we have the value of understanding. Having a conversation with your kid is better than try to, whoop him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the little thing that we sometimes miss out. And that is the reason why it's always good to have, relationship with your kid by spending quality time with them. And sometimes we think we have to work 2 or 3 jobs for the family, when sometimes the kids just need your little time. That little time, you want one-on-one time. Just hide and go seek out. Like right now, I'm still playing hide and go seek at this age.
Oh my.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like in the future, that's what they're gonna really retain. As far as this is what I used to do with my dad. They're not gonna remember all the money I was making. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
This is very important when you have that relationship with your kid and establish that.
Yeah, I really want to say thank you for pouring out and sharing and being enlightening to others, including myself. It
My
really
pleasure.
just does confirm taking your parenting to another level, depending on what works for you and your family legacy, the one that you particularly are trying to create and establish, and breaking barriers to communicate effectively with your children, whatever that means and what it looks like for you individually as a Haitian father. So I really appreciate you sharing that today.
My pleasure.
Yeah,
yes.
and I thought that the song even, coming out into the credits, that blew me away.
Yeah.
By the way, Shout out to David Dynamic King. He actually did the song, and that was a hit. So he nailed it. The song that was in the credits, it's a Haitian Girl, and I hear it like in my mind all the time. After it goes off, it just really puts the icing on the cake. So shout out to David for that.
Did they actually make the song for the series, or they just did it?
Yeah, I mean, that was a song Motown explained that he came up with, and it just fit perfectly.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
I loved it. I really loved it. And on that note, we're going to conclude this segment. You guys, thank you for being here. For more information about Audacity of Host and streaming options, be sure to visit MotownMaurice.com.